Alright, finally I'm back. Sorry it's been so long. It was hard to keep up with uploading one every day, and then I got sick for a while, which sucked, and then the holidays happened, so now I should be able to complete this game with not too many interruptions in between. I do remember specifically last episode, I did come in here for a few minutes, but I couldn't solve it, and I just stopped, and then that's whenever I got sick. So, let's try to figure this out. Lateral inhibition. Now, I will be a little rusty, because it has been about over 2 weeks since I've touched this game. That should switch to red. Also, I still cough sometimes, so sorry about that. I'll have to try to edit that out. Alright, so that turns it on. So it should be off here. Alright, that is connected to this. I gotta set this here. Oh, I gotta store that, I believe. Now it's coming back to me. I remember I got to this point and I was like, what do I do here? And I just gave up. I was like, oh, I'll never figure this out in a reasonable amount of time. Let me just come back to it some other day. It was supposed to be the next day, and then I got sick. What sucks is some days I feel fine, and then some days I'll wake up and I'll sound like this. I don't sound too great, and I'm coughing. No. Like, I feel physically okay, but I'll just still be coughing and stuff. I just sound like shit. So I need to get something here. That can't reach. That's too high up, this gap. So that can't work. Because look how low this laser is. Because I can't hit it from inside here. Swapping them out really doesn't do anything for me, I believe. Do I have to get like a red? Do I have to turn this red? Is that what this is? Then put that there. I'm not sure. Is there even a way to turn this red? I want to bring this out. Oh, shit. Okay, let's get rid of these connections. Let's see if I could turn this red. Is there any way to do that? Okay. But how's that gonna really... See, it's gonna be hard to activate that because it's gonna just flip this fan on regardless. So like if I do it now, there's no way to... I can't beat the timer it takes to run back there. Okay, discharge this, put this here. What if I did... Well, I just messed that up. All that I did. That should turn it red now, shouldn't it? I feel like I'm starting to get somewhere, but it's just really not. It's not happening here. This is probably a bad puzzle for me to come back to. Not bad as in design, just bad as in difficulty. I can't, need a warm-up here. Has been a while. Well, that's just gonna stop it, isn't it? I mean, that does something, but what the fuck? If I pick it up, it's gonna activate it. But I'm back where I started. Right? Because then I have this. Wait, no, I'm done. Wait, what the fuck? Well, don't run that way. That would just ruin the whole puzzle. Let me get this first. Turn to a puzzle for a second try. I guess that's because I exited the last time I was playing this. So I had to just confuse. Well, I guess I don't think confused is probably not the best word to say, but I had to jam this connection basically just so I get back there and then get over. So okay, that wasn't so hard, but it did take me a long time to understand that, and I also maybe have forgotten that I could have did that because I have a terrible memory. The problem with my memory is I don't remember anything unless I'm physically like viewing it or doing it at the time. Other than that, it just like gets locked out of my brain until I see it again. I don't quite remember what I did on this map. Okay, so I did both of these. I need to find the lab, so let's just find the lab real quick. Probably this question mark. Please don't be a thing I put my hand on. Oh god, it is. I'm sorry, I'm skipping that. I just can't right now. My voice is not in any, I can't, not in any condition to read something for a long period of time. So, feel free to read at your own leisure. Hey, at least we got a voice log to listen to till I find the lost lab.
Strap in, this is a long one. You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story, bittersweet, very human, and I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John. John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
Okay, so we got one of those where we have to find the sprite and bring it back home. I personally don't like those. I think it's a waste of time to have to walk already on this giant map to find something and we'll have to walk back to something. Or a little piece of dialogue. I do not like it. I'll find this lab eventually. Oh, I didn't grab the other hand over there.
One of the most foolish illusions
I just
that
walked by
commonly
it.
persist is that nature is a victim and humanity is a perpetrator. This can only be the opinion of someone who has not witnessed nature at first hand, who has not seen its immense and awe-inspiring baseness. Nature is mindless chaos and eternal conflict. A system of predation and consumption whose perfect cruelty can only induce a terrified and unwilling admiration. Nature is our most powerful and least honorable enemy. A beast that consumed every last one of our ancestors, and will consume us just as quickly if we are not successful in our struggle with it.
Can I just go through this? No, I'll die. Okay. I just thought if I could take a shortcut, maybe I could speed this up a bit. There we go, the last question mark, of course, that I would be finding. Alright, what mechanic are they going to tease us in this last lab? Very foggy down here. Oh.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
And you think what we've discovered here could change things? Why did you fail? Why did you fail?
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
And do you think what we've discovered here could change things?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this, the puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
I hope so.
Thank you, 1K. I hope so too. We might be wrong, but let's be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
Well, that was cool seeing one of them down here. What is this?
Melville, eyes on 1K's stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
Blow my fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
Of course, sound advice, but what is it? Actually, you won't get here in time. My curiosity is too great.
You have no idea what you're dealing with, 1K.
I take your point, but I'd still like to make a guess.
Tell me then.
It's some kind of... Obviously, it's a psychedelic simulator.
That's actually pretty close. I think it's a Somnodrome.
What?
It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
How does it work?
Well, what we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampa stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the Somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best, and pseudoscience regardless.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
We should try it.
I would advise against it.
Let me sit in it.
You may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked. Not to mention risking the data we could get from it.
No, I don't care about the data. I just want to plug in.
Sorry, Melville, but if 1K wants to do this, I won't get in the way. It's his decision.
Understood. But if 1K starts to smoke, don't be slow to pull the plug.
Wait, is this some dialogue? On the drone prototype. Okay, I'll read this one because this one actually interests me, if I'm being honest. Somnodrome prototype notes, Melampus believed that the answers we're looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist ethically in a society and the world, are within us. Our failure to him was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truthfully reflect what already exists in our minds, a failure of connection between the high and the low, the inner and the outer. On most days, that seems wrong to me, but sometimes, when I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if the Somnodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. I took some time to build a prototype according to the original blueprints. There's a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm almost certain that I could apply some of my own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? Well, I'm about to plug into this. I want to see what this is.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
What did I say? You fried it. Who knows what data we've lost?
I regret nothing.
Melville, I still think it's worth you coming here to take a look. 1K, let's pack up and explore the rest of this lab.
Private message. Melampus. To all of you on this expedition, I'm sure you have questions about the Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had a long time ago, when I was a different person, and it has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, but at least one part of its systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted it to. Whatever Athena may have done with my invention, the truth is that I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. I care as little for Byron's utopianism as I do for Herman's religious pessimism. I'm not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, I think not caring may be the only answer. At the end of the day, everything is transient, even the self. I've learned to let it go. Please do not respond. I value my privacy. Alright then. Is there any other part of this that I didn't explore? I don't think so. Wait. No, that doesn't open. Does that count as being explored on my map? Yes, it does. Okay, so I think I did find everything in here. So now we're going to run, unfortunately have to run a while, to the tower. Oh wait, let's check on our golden gate here. I want to see what's lit up. Okay, I actually almost am able to get in here, I believe. Unless it's both these that have to be lit up. But we'll see. I'm curious to see how much more difficult these are when I actually can access these compared to the regular puzzles.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
What is this? Wait, what's that? That's just a plant? That's just a plant. Okay, sorry. Can I get over here without dying? No, I can't. Damn. Never mind. Guessing same thing with over there.
Halt, creature of clay. You have taken another step towards the flame. Before you continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people? Or have they brought nothing but strife?
Without his gifts, we would no longer even exist. Lady, I'm a robot. I love that answer. I really want to pick that one. I just love being sarcastic to these people.
Prometheus has poisoned your mind. Turn away from the flame, or you will be bound, as he was.
I feel like I missed out on some dialogue there. I kind of regret that answer, but I can't not pass out the opportunity to be an asshole.
I've been thinking. There's 3 towers per cardinal direction and 3 entities. You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged. 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
1K, please investigate the coordinates I'm sending you.
Pressure schematics and lab flooded valley. Okay, we'll do that next time.